You look at the card of which one I got. This is the one, don't tell me. Oh, this is the one that I already have.
You already?
Oh, that's sad. Oh,
That's
well.
fine. Oh, well, I got two.
I'll either like maybe resell it or exchange it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's so really cute. Yeah, I might either give this to someone if they like it, or sell it, or exchange it, or turn it into a charm. The next one, I have no idea what's it gonna be because this is the first one ever. I love collecting Emma. This is Emma's wedding edition, Secret Forest Wedding Series, and I've never had this one. I have two other Emmas, and yeah, I'm like excited because I've never had this one before. I'm not gonna look at the card. You can have a look at what it is. Am I gonna like it?
I think so.
Okay. Wait. There's another card. Wait. 3, 2, 1.
It's
Okay. Yes, this is the one I wanted. I either wanted one of these two, and I got this one. I was standing there for like a good minute deciding, and I picked one up from the back because I was like, oh, which one? Like, you know, when you're in a shop and you're looking at stuff and you want to pick one, but you don't want to go for the obvious, like the one up front straight away most of the time. Sometimes maybe some people do that, but I like to kind of use my intuition and like take my time with choosing. When I was there was one at the top, which was like the front one, but I didn't get a good feeling from it. So then I picked one from the back, and then it was like rattling a little bit. So I was like, oh, I think it's probably the secret. That one, the one I picked up, is like one of these, but I didn't really want one. It's like the small hidden style and the big hidden style, and I think it would have been the big hidden style because it was a heavy box and it was like rattling as well, but I didn't really want that. So I put it down and I spent like an extra minute thinking about it, and then I picked this one, which was like the second box from the back because I got a good feeling and my intuition was right. So cute. The card is really cool. It's like metallic. Hi, I hope you're well. Welcome to a weekly chill vlog. This is the last week of December, so I thought it'd be nice to vlog what I get up to and have a bit of a reset. Recently, I feel like that has hit me and probably my partner as well. It's not that serious. You know, I feel like everybody kind of is under the weather when it's grey outside, so it's not that deep. I'm fine. It's just been a bit unmotivating to do anything or get out of the house, and I feel like the week between Christmas and New Year's, everybody experiences this. Like, you don't really know what day it is, you don't know what time it is, it's constantly dark outside, there's only like a really short window of light, so yeah, it's been kind of hard to get out of bed and like do things and find things to do. So this week I wanted to kind of remedy that for the new year as well. When I'm filming this, actually it is New Year's Eve. Me and my partner are not really doing anything. We're not really party people. We like to have a chill time, and we don't really like to hang out in crowds, like loud spaces. We're gonna have a chill one. I really want to bake today. I really want to make some brownies. It's been a while since I made some brownies. Just have a chill day and see where the rest of the week goes. I'm planning on doing quite a bit of reading. I've been stagnant and I've been in a little bit of a reading slump lately. My boyfriend kindly gifted me some books for Christmas, so I really want to sit down and read those. And I also want to make kind of a separate segment, potentially maybe in this vlog. I want to make like a book TBR. So if you don't know what a book TBR is, it's basically like books to be read, you know, throughout the year or throughout the months or whatever, and you kind of set a goal, and then or maybe I want to make like a little jar. I've collected a few jars over Christmas, and maybe write down the book and then put it in, and then pick it out at random each month and then read that, so that I can get a bit more motivated to read. And obviously not just physical books but also audiobooks. I did clean my room on Monday, but I didn't really film much. I feel like because it's been kind of demotivating, maybe I can get into a new routine from the new year. I don't know. I don't want to promise anything because I don't know if that's gonna happen. There's a couple of other things that I want to get done this week, probably just getting on with more work. for my next shop update. So my Etsy shop is currently closed. I'm not sure if by the time this video goes up it will be open, most likely, because I'm planning on opening on the 5th of January, but I'm not having a shop update until February for Valentine's Day. I'm making some Valentine's Day seasonal cards and stickers. I'll probably document the process of that at some point throughout the month of January. I do want to get back into doing some lace. I've been neglecting my lace pillows since November, which is sad. I feel like I've upkept my lace making hobby throughout the months of 2025 since I started. It was going so great, and then since starting uni I feel like it's been less and less, which obviously I don't want to stop making lace. It's a really fun hobby for me, so I want to get back into that possibly this week. Maybe finish my puzzle. I made a puzzle with my boyfriend over Christmas, which we finished off, and I want to frame that one. And then I recently started a new one, which I thought I would start in January, but since I really haven't had anything else to do, nothing's really motivated me to do literally anything. I just started the puzzle now and I'm halfway through done, so I want to get a frame to frame that. And I am also working on an Instagram giveaway. I've never done a giveaway before, especially not on Instagram. I don't really know how that would work, but I'm assuming I'm just gonna set the stuff up, take pictures, and then probably just post about it and, you know, explain how you can enter and stuff. And I'll post about it probably tomorrow, which is New Year's Day, and then I'm gonna have probably about 10 days for people to enter. I don't really have a big following, so I don't really know if that's gonna work. I did make a poll about it on Instagram on my story, and people did say that they wanted to join and for me to do it, so why not? I don't know if I will announce it already by the time this vlog is up, but I am planning probably on having more throughout the year if this one goes well. Anyway, yesterday we did actually leave the house. We went to this little shop and I got myself some blind boxes. So yeah, I got this one, which I technically already have, but I am thinking of making it into a keychain possibly. But the crazy thing was that I got this one, which I really wanted. Like, it was the one that I really wanted, and it was crazy that I picked it out. I think that's all I wanted to talk about for now. I might do another short check-in before the video ends, but hopefully it's enjoyable, even though it's going to be probably a chill vlog, not much going on. So I hope you enjoy. Need a haircut. That's not the point of why I sat down. I wanted to kind of record a bit of a reading TBR, I guess, or kind of like a review of how my reading year went. I'm not a massive book fanatic, but I do love to collect books, and I've always loved reading since I was a kid. I had a bit of a time where during, I guess, adolescence or growing up, I stopped reading, I guess because we were forced to read at school certain books, and that kind of made me fall out of love with it, you know. Literature at school is not the most exciting thing, at least it wasn't for me, so I guess it kind of put me in like a really long reading slump for years. And only recently, and what I mean by recently, I mean literally like since 2024, like mid 2024, I've been wanting to get back into reading for pleasure, and I finally did it in 2025, which is so cool. I set a goal for myself at the beginning of 2025 to read 12 books, and I actually accomplished it, which is great. I mean, 12 books isn't that much for people who are really into reading. I feel like there's a whole notion of people who read nowadays. There's like book talk accounts just dedicated to books and talking about book lore and all of that kind of stuff. But since I was just getting back into it, I wanted to set a goal that was realistic for me to accomplish, and I'm really glad that I did. I ended up reading exactly 12 books throughout the year, and those were physical and audiobooks. I do count audiobooks as real books as well. Like, I know some people don't, and I get it because it kind of is like a podcast and you're not really sitting down intentionally to read. You can do other stuff, but that's what I like about it. And I realized that now that I'm older, I do enjoy audiobooks quite a lot. You get to see a different side of the book than if you were just reading yourself in your head, and you also get to do other stuff whilst doing it. I tend to listen to audiobooks when I want to do some crochet, or if I want to do some lace work, or if I'm not really feeling up to listening to a podcast, I'll put like an audiobook on, and that seems to really do the trick. So, and it gets me back in, like, it definitely is something that helps me if I'm in a reading slump and I'm not really in the mood to read, like I recently was, and I'm still getting out of a reading slump. And I started reading the last book of the ACTA series. I know there's a new one coming out in 2026, which is this year technically already, but I think it's coming out at the end of the year. So I'm kind of taking it slow with the last book to kind of, I guess, like still remember the story and it be fresh enough by the time the 6th book comes out. So that book, I've been listening to it kind of on audiobook, and I also do have the physical, so I've been kind of interchanging, and it's been helping me to get back into the reading mood. So 2025, kind of a year for me to kind of read what I felt like and also get through some of the books that I already own. And this year's probably going to be the same. I don't want to set an unrealistic goal for me, just because, you know, I know that a lot of people, and I follow some creators here on YouTube and also just throughout other social medias, and their book goals for the years are like, I'm gonna read 100 books, and that's just not realistic for me. This year I'm planning to do another 12 books, but hopefully I want to double it. That's kind of like a challenge that I set for myself, that I want to double the amount of books that I am going to read, so that hopefully I can get through more and more as the years go on. And obviously that includes physical and audiobooks. I already have a couple of books that I want to buy. I won't go through each and every book that I've read because I feel like that will just take way too long, and I don't want to sit here and yap for ages, because I want to get to something a little bit more fun that I want to do this year. So in 2026, obviously my goal is to read 12 books again. To motivate myself a bit more, I thought of making a TBR jar. And yes, this is a sliced gherkins jar that I washed up. I have managed to take the label off. I wrote down 20 books basically that I want to read potentially in 2026. It doesn't look like there is 20 in here. That's because I put, some of them are series and some of them that I've started in the previous years that I haven't gotten to yet, finished them, and some of them are quite old. They have been published like ages ago, and I just want to finish those series this year. So that's why it doesn't look like there's 20 in here. For basically each month, I'm gonna try and pick 2 from this jar and just read what I get. But for the month of January, because I am still reading the last book of the ACTA series, I'm going to count that as a book for January, and I'm only gonna pick 1. Okay, I got the Raven book series. So Raven Boys book series, I've had that series, like I have the physical books for probably like years and years now. Like, I want to say maybe I've had it for 6 years, I think, and it's been just on my bookshelf. And I've read the first book and I've absolutely loved it. It's probably one of my favorite books, the Raven Boys. I never continued it. I'm notorious bad book series reader. I probably shouldn't read series, even though they're like really cool, and most of the books and the genres that I really like are series, so that's just on me. But I'm glad that I'm starting off the year with the Raven book series, because I do want to finish it. I started the second book 2 years ago, still didn't finish it, and it's 2026. Okay, well, my camera just randomly cut off. I will probably update how my reading is going throughout the month, and I'll hopefully be back with TBR jar in February. it's coming to the end of the video and I wanted to sit and do a bit of a haul of the things that I got in December. I wanted to do this segment in another video. I kind of thought I would do it now since I don't really know if I'm going to be filming another weekly vlog for a little while. It's now midweek and I've been filming for about a week and a half of January, and it's proven to be quite hard just because I don't feel like I have anything interesting to film. A lot of people in my flat have been coming back from their Christmas holidays, so it's been a little bit weird to set up and film when at any moment somebody could walk in, and the only time I can really film is if I'm outdoors or if I'm in my room. So I feel like it's not really been that interesting, and it's not that I don't have anything to say, because I do. I have been working on things, but it's mainly just been indoors. The only exciting thing that happened in this vlog is the snow. It was so crazy to see snow here. We're quite close to the sea, so I didn't think it would snow this much, but it did, and it was really fun when it lasted. It's all kind of mushy and melted right now. I wanted to sit and do a haul because I got quite a few things during December. I treated myself. I did quite a few Christmas markets. Some of that money that I made back I saved up for a trip, and then the rest of it I kind of spent on myself. I gave myself a little bit of grace to spend over Christmas. So I think I'm going to start with the books that I got. I got 6 books in December, which is I didn't expect that. Okay, the first 2 books I did get from my partner for Christmas. So he got me the last Capcut book, which I've been reading. Thought I would start with this one just because I'm almost done with it. Actually, I think I'm going to be done with it by this weekend. And then the second one he got me was this one, which I believe is a romance, kind of supernatural romance. It's about this girl who, I didn't even say the title, so it's Love at First Fright. And it seems quite cheesy. I don't mind the cover. The cover is cute. I'm very much into romances, supernatural and fantasy stuff. So this was definitely up my alley. He does have a list of the books that I want to buy, but I'm currently trying not to buy books just because I know I'm going to be moving again at some point. It's kind of inevitable. I'm not gonna be living in this room forever. So I'm trying to stay very conscious of that, but it's hard when there's book deals, and over Christmas there were so many book deals. I know I'm going to read them eventually, and I love collecting books, and my partner knows that, so he got me 2 books for Christmas. Whilst we're on the topic, he did also get me a Funko Pop from like 11 from Stranger Things. I'll put a little picture here. She's really cute. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. It's basically about an author and an actor, I think, and the author has a book that is being made into a movie, and she has this actor playing as one of the main lead roles or something, and they're kind of on set together, and I believe she can see ghosts, the author can see ghosts, and that's about as much as I know. I'm really excited to get to this, probably at some point throughout the year. I do have other books to get through at the moment, so that one's gonna be on the back burner. I wanted to talk about this one because I'm almost done with it. I think I have about 20 chapters left. I have a lot of opinions about this book because if you have been following me or throughout this year, you'll know that I kind of got back into books this year, and I ended up reading 12 books. Yeah, and this one being one of them. So I'm kind of finishing it off now, and this series in general has been really fun and it's been really great, and I can't wait to read the next book that's going to come out after this one. Without spoiling too much or yapping on about this book, I honestly, even though I still have 20 chapters left, and I guess I can't really judge it yet fully, but I would give it a 5-star rating just because of the way it's written. And it's just been really refreshing to get a different perspective, because literally the first 3 books of the series, we've been just following one character and her love interest, and then now we've switched to a different character in the book lore series, and I'm really glad. This is the POV of the older sister, basically, of one of the main characters in this series, and I was really looking forward to it because I really wanted to see the perspective of her story, and she really reminds me. Also, I'm sorry if my lip's bleeding. I think I bit my lip when I was eating lunch, but anyway, I wanted to see the older sister POV because this character reminds me of someone who I know in my life, or I used to know, kind of the behaviors and different kind of ways of thinking about things and put things into perspective for me, which was really fun. And yeah, no, I just really love how the story has been unfolding so far. Some of the things are a little bit questionable, and I'm a little bit like, I didn't really like that, but I won't go into too much detail. I think I might write a review of this book, maybe in like down in the description below, or maybe on my Goodreads. I need to start doing Goodreads again because I've been reading quite a few books and I have not been reviewing them on there, and I know that's a really popular app. At the beginning of December, I got the 4th book of the series actually that I was just talking about. So this is a really short one. It's technically the 4th book, I would say. It is one of my favorites. I picked it up in December and I finished it in the first week because it's so short. This was one of my favorite books as well because we get multiple POVs finally. The story is kind of quiet in this book. It's kind of like a nice break from what we had in the book prior to this one. So the 3rd book focuses more on like the war that happens in this world and so much action, so many plot twists and like all of that. So I think this was like a really nice way to calm down from the war and also just see other people's perspectives after what had just happened. And I picked up the physical copy. I think I got this on Vinted. I don't have a massive budget to spend on books unfortunately at the moment, so that's why I use Vinted most of the time. When I can, I try to go into bookshops and actually buy the book to try and support the author, but I also don't really know how that works, to be honest. I don't know how much is buying a book from a reseller or from like a bookshop themselves. Like I don't know how that works with authors and like book publishing and things like that. I don't know how much actually ends up going to the writer anyway. And then the next 3 books I got, they were having a 2 for 3 sale, so I got these books. This book called The Nightshade, essentially still kind of supernatural vibes. I think I'm not gonna read the whole blurb. It's essentially about this girl who goes to this, I guess, academy or university to kind of uncover something. She then gets involved with this guy, part of this family, who is essentially to blame for whatever happened. Then she starts to uncover other stuff and like I guess they get together or something. It is a love story, so I'm excited to read this, but also I picked out the 2 books that I wanted, and then the 3rd one that I essentially got for free. I didn't really know, there wasn't any other ones that I wanted, but I didn't want to pass up the opportunity to get a free book, so I ended up just picking this one. And then the last 2 books that I got were from the King of Sin series. Throughout the year of 2025, I read the 2 other books of the King of Sin series. I believe I read King of Envy and King of Pride, and I really loved King of Pride. I did love King of Envy, but I guess it just wasn't really my vibe, whereas King of Pride was a bit more kind of relatable and fun to read. They're like billionaire romances. Some of them are dark romance. They basically follow different love tropes in each book. They all have their own set of characters. It's not a series where you follow a character throughout multiple books. It's just like a different POV, but they're all set in the same world because they're all like billionaires or like friends or whatever, and you get to see different POVs and different love stories unravel themselves throughout the books. And I think currently there's like 5 books. I think there's a 6th one coming. I don't know when. I haven't really followed up with the writer, but I picked up King of Wrath and King of Sloth. When I read the blurb for these, they seemed something a bit more up my alley than the other ones that she has. The author is Anna Huang, and I like the pace of her books. I like the writing and the pace of the story. I guess the stories themselves like have also interesting characters. So from the other 2 books that I've already read from this author, I find she writes in a way that is very compulsive and you want to keep reading basically, which I really love in books. The next couple of things are from small artists around my town that I got in this small gallery. So there's a gallery in my town that was having an exhibition for local artists, and upstairs they had like a little shop where you could like buy any of the stuff that they made. I picked up this really cute sticker sheet of bugs. I thought this was so cute. It has like little frogs and like moths, don't know what these are, like flies or something, but I thought it was really cute and I could use them in my new journal that I got. Then I got this like concertina booklet of chairs. I believe these are lino printed. They're kind of like unique little chairs. Next, I got this card. So I mainly kind of got this card for the print purposes. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna gift this card. I will probably just use it as a print on my wall. I just really love like the pomegranate and the assemblance. I picked up some zines. I thought they were just really cool. This zine is Gardens and Allotments, and it's basically just like drawings of different gardens and allotments. basically. But I really love this kind of rough textured style that they did. Where's my favorite page? This is my favorite page. It's like all black and white. I love just the monochrome and the strokes and textures that it has. Then I got this cat's little sketchbook scene. So it's basically just a drawing of cats, and I thought it was so adorable, like the way that they portrayed and put this together. It's just very inspiring. I need to start collecting more art books from artists, probably once I move out and actually have space and a proper bookshelf to put them on. But yeah, it's just so sweet and so cute. Just like, and I love when people capture mundane moments, especially when it comes with art. I find it really interesting to look at, and I do that a lot on my work as well. Personally, I look at mundane stuff that we do, and I just find it interesting, and I love it when other people also do, because you get to see other perspectives of how people see the world and our like mundane life stuff, I guess. From stationery, I didn't really get much in December. I did get a set of these Christmassy washi tapes, which I have been using to package my Etsy orders and markets in general, just to make things a little bit more festive, and I thought these had really nice patterns on them. So the next thing I got, I guess I got this just for fun. I got this technically for me and my partner to do together. I really got into puzzles. Well, technically I only did one. I've forgotten how much I love doing puzzles and how much just essentially calm me down and get me off my phone. So I got this one, and they're only small puzzles because I, again, don't have the space for a big puzzle. These 500 ones seemed like a nice way to kind of get back into it, but also save up on the space. I do want to get some frames for these because they're both done already, so this is just like an empty box, but I thought this one was cute. It's like a pizza shop. There's a similar shop to this which looks exactly like this. They've even got this like exact table, and it's in Brighton in Kemptown. I used to go to a yoga studio and Pilates studios. I used to always just pass by a restaurant like this, so it kind of reminds me of that. I got this autumn fruit and flowers. It is a painting, I believe, turned into puzzles. It's also just 500 pieces. Yeah, I thought this was really cute, and this one was actually a lot harder than the other one. All the textures and all the flowers are slightly blurred because of the painting style, so this was really hard to put together. I think it took me like 2 weeks. In December, I went to London to visit some friends, which if you watched my last vlog you probably would have seen. I don't have that much makeup because I don't wear makeup, as you can obviously tell. Like most of the time, bare face, nothing. That's just how I grew up, and I can't really be bothered to do makeup most of the time. I have gotten into eyeliner and a bit of mascara this year. I started to accumulate a little bit of things, including eyeshadow and eyeliners, which I just used to keep all of my stuff that I hoarded in this food container, and I just thought, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna get a makeup bag, because I had a makeup bag but I ended up just using that for my skincare. I didn't realize I had that much skincare, but as someone who has dermatite, I actually have quite a lot of skincare that I need to be using on the daily, so I just ended up using that bag for my skincare, and then I was left with nothing to put my makeup in because it just didn't fit. So I ended up getting this cute little Miffy bag for my makeup that I just have in there. I just thought it was really cute. And then along with that, I also got some new makeup. So since I've been wanting to try out some like more funky makeup, but I also don't want to be spending so much money on it since I'm not going to be using it every day. When I was in London and I got this makeup bag, I also ended up going into Kiko Milano, I think that's how you say it. I literally have not used them yet. It's been quite a few weeks and I haven't tried them out. I don't know, haven't really felt like it, but I probably will within this year. So yeah, I thought maybe we could just open them together. I only got a mascara and an eyeliner, and I've been on the lookout for a burgundy mascara, and this company does it. And it's nothing fancy, it just looks like this. I can't say I like it yet because I haven't tried it, but I'm sure I will because dark colours usually look good on me. This is the Maximod Colour Mascara, by the way. And then this is the Smart Colour Eye Pencil in colour 15, if anybody was wondering. There was also another pencil that I wanted to get, which was I think number 6. but I ended up just getting this one. The shop was really crowded when I went. It was like peak London Christmas time. It looks like this. It's a little bit shimmery. It's a shimmery silver. It looks a bit dark actually on my skin right now, but I feel like if you were to put that on like a waterline, it would look really cool. Anyway, the last thing I got quite recently, probably about 2 weeks ago, I got myself a physical planner. I haven't had a planner in about 2 or 3 years, like physically writing things that I need to do every day, just because I switched to using Notion. That worked pretty well. But what I found was that people in my generation that I've been seeing on social media have been rejecting the notion of using everything online and kind of stepping back and going back to tactile and raw materials, just things that we can hold, things that we can feel. I just want to take a break from my laptop and staring at my calendar or my phone, then I'll go back to my planner. But I kind of told myself that I'm gonna allow myself to be messy with this one. It doesn't really matter, and I'll just use it whenever I need to, and I'm not gonna make it kind of compulsory like I used to. It's okay if I want to switch to my online calendar for certain things, especially I feel like with shop updates and ideas that I have, I would rather put them in an online folder and have them on like an online calendar than in a physical one. I feel like it would just make things a bit easier. So I guess this would be kind of like a mundane task that I need to get done, errands that I need to run and things like that, and then my online one can just be for my Etsy shop and art ideas and uni projects or uni assignments that are due and things like that. So the last thing I got was a scarf. I've been kind of on the lookout for a red scarf in particular. I feel like I'm starting to enjoy minimal fashion and I don't really have that many clothes anymore. I kind of try to thrift most of my clothes if I can, or just simply make use of what I have. I don't try to buy new clothes often. And I got this scarf. I've recently been kind of getting into more a pop of color every now and then. I have mainly dark clothing and most of it is black, but I feel like if you add like a pop of color like red, it looks a bit more elevated, especially during winter when all I wear is basically just my long puffy coat and you can't really see my outfit in it anyway. So I thought maybe adding like a red scarf would be like a nice change. It would just look a bit more elevated than my other scarf that I have. And yeah, I got this scarf also when I was in London, and it was in one of the little Christmassy stores. If you go to Leicester Square around Christmas time, there's always a bunch of stalls for Christmas markets that sell scarves or hats or other things, and that's where I got the scarf from. I'm sure you can probably get it anywhere else really, or you could try and thrift it, or there's probably loads on Vinted as well. I'm really glad that I got this. It's so fluffy, it's so nice, and I hand washed it the other day, so it smells so good right now. Yeah, I can't wait to get a lot of wear out of this, especially if there's gonna be more snow on the horizon. I don't know, the weather could change at any moment. So yeah, anyway, that was my haul. But yeah, I hope this haul was enjoyable, and that's all I got for December.